a guy can't tell you to cover up.
Because women, they don't dress like that for men. That's the answer. Okay, really, go put fucking 100 women out on an island with no men around. Do you know how they're gonna fucking dress? In sweats, fucking no makeup, hair in a ponytail. There's no fucking bikinis and beautiful dresses and all that. That's a complete and utter lie. And then you say, there's no good men out here. We've been fucking telling you. But if you're looking for marriage and love and honor and respect and loyalty, what do you think a man is gonna think? Here's the crazy part, is what I'm saying is wrong, but it's how men think.
What makes you wifey material?
Do I need to explain?
Yes. Anybody can look good. He ain't lying. What qualities do you have?
I just said it. Like, honestly, like, I think at the end of the day, what makes me wifey material is like my heart. Like, I really, at the end of the day, like, I don't care about like all the. I want you to be a good person, and at the end, like, really, what matters is like, if I break my leg, will you still be with me?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The prettier the fans, the uglier the divorce. Argentina, she tells everyone you're the villain, including your mother. Germany, filed before you notice. Custody schedule already printed out. Mexico, her family moves in, your kids stop calling. Netherlands, mediated by lunch, bikes home for dinner. South Africa, she takes the kids to London, you'll never catch up. England, she'll cry in court, the judge believes her. Brazil, burns the house down, post the video. United States, lawyer Monday, kids hate you by Christmas. Portugal, pretty country, ugly divorce. Which one's yours?
And a lot of these modern women, they're confused as to why men stop pursuing so fast, right? You want all this attention, you want all of this validation. Why is he not giving it to me? Quite simply, men have learned, and either they have learned or they are learning to put their time elsewhere, right? A lot of men are going under the impression now, if you want me, then make it clear. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and get these wings and going back to the house.
Any single ladies over here? Sometimes I wish I was just like. Wow. It's okay. Your husband's hot. How long have you guys been married? What did he do wrong today? He works too much. I'm sure you're not complaining when you're sitting in that plush home, are you? Those highlights aren't going to pay for themselves, man. And you have bangs, and I know you have to fucking cut those every 3 weeks. So that is not cheap either. Okay? Can we say thank you to the hubby?
If he's not asking you out within the first week, you need to drop him. If you're not in a relationship within 2.5 to 3 months, you need to drop him. If you are not engaged or married within 2 years, you probably need to drop him. The percentage or the probability that you will get married after 2 years goes down to 17% versus 53%.
Okay, we're coming with numbers.
Yes.
I say these things and sometimes the girls gag. But this is what it looks like. When he knows, and he's going to make it happen.
If we get to that 2-year mark and we're having the conversation about marriage, are we then saying, hey, I'm letting you know?
Ultimatum or?
Wait, never ultimatum. No, never that. And by the way, we never have this conversation at the 2-year mark. We're having conversations at the 1-year mark and the 18-month mark. So we're giving him time and space to create the result and the goal. But I will tell you this, men that are intentional, they're already saving for the ring and the wedding at the 6-month mark. And I have 5 of my clients, their men are doing that right now.
Oh, I need to become a client.
And you know, modern women are upset that a lot of men are ignoring them. If you've ever seen that show, That's So Raven, where it seems like she, just kind of walking around doing whatever she's doing, and in the middle of her doing that, it kind of stops and it goes into a flash and she gets a vision because she's supposed to be a psychic. A lot of men out here are Raven. A lot of men are getting visions. They're walking up to the woman, or kind of walking through and doing their thing or whatever it is, and it's like, oh, she's pretty, I think I'll go shh, and our eyes glaze over and all of a sudden they see a vision of them being called creeps, getting done wrong, modern women acting crazy, and all of a sudden they jerk out of the vision and be like, I think I'm gonna go home.
Trying to explain to a man that if a girl says to leave us alone, do anything but leave us alone.
No.
Unless it's said multiple times.
There is nothing here that needs explaining. If someone tells you to leave them alone, leave them alone. If they don't mean what they say, that's their problem. Don't make it your problem. Why would you want to continue to pursue somebody who behaves in such an immature, childish manner? Why would you still be attracted to somebody who behaves in this manner? Do you honestly think this is their only toxic trait?
But most of the time, girls just like...
Men should only be pursuing dating women, not girls.
We want the attention.
Or dare I say, the attention that you are hoping for, I doubt you will receive after choosing to post this video. I will pass you on to the Council of Women and your fate will be decided by them. Continuously pursuing somebody after they told you no isn't trying harder. You are deliberately disrespecting boundaries and ignoring consent. And those are not qualities that anybody should embody. Navigate the world where no, leave us alone means no, leave us alone.
What would you do without men? Tell me.
Women don't need men anymore, hot take. And I love the content surrounding this and how marriage benefits men more than women now in this day and age. I saw a comment and it said, if marriage benefited women, they would have taken it away from us by now.
Honey, you are freaking deluded. Men do everything. Men do everything. Yeah, okay, you have your cute little job and you make your money and you come home and you have a nice little apartment. They fix everything. They build everything. They shield you from harm ultimately on a large scale and on a small scale. What would you do without men?
And I think another thing that, kind of confuses men is that a lot of these modern women have a whole checklist of the things that they need you to do. They have a whole checklist of the things that they want you to do. And then when you meet those things, or you're pretty well through that list, like you're checking maybe not every box because nobody's perfect, but a good majority of the boxes. She'll say something like, well, I mean, sometimes she don't even say anything. She just acts disappointed, like, okay, is that it? What else do you have? Like, I expect more out of my man. You know what I mean? And then when he asks, she's like, oh yeah, you're doing great, but I know my friends would do, or my dad would do, or my grandpa, or I've heard stories and tales of my great-great-grandpa, who I never even knew, doing this for my great-great-great-grandmother. So I need you to treat me like that. That's a myth. He never did that. If you go back to her and you ask her actually you can't ask her because she passed away. Your mother's lying to you.
I just take issue with the whole thing that is fans. For starters, like I said, the name of the platform, when people, and again, not to attack you guys personally, but they come on here, they say, oh, we're models, models, and my fans pay me this. You're not models. You guys don't have contracts with agencies. I think it is just a glamorized lifestyle that is really dependent on selling that lie to other young girls. But it's just a pyramid scheme financially. If you look at the way the money goes down, the top 1% of creators are earning basically all of the money. But I think what it particularly is a cultural pyramid scheme. And what I mean by that is that it's not that you're trying to get these young girls like in an MLM type thing where, buy the new Mary Kay makeup, buy the new pair of leggings or something. You're trying to convince them. And you guys, no offense, are doing it just by sitting here and trying to normalize work and laughing about the cultural pyramid scheme angle of it is that you are trying to get girls to buy into the fact that doing it will not have any negative impacts on their life down the road, which is categorically false.
Let's say you get married. Will you keep your last name or hyphenate in marriage?
I think I'll keep my last name.
You'll keep your last name?
Yeah, girl. Just because my mom did.
She didn't hyphenate?
Nope.
What about for the kids? Do you have hyphenated?
I have my dad's.
You have your, okay.
Yeah.
So what was the point of that?
You raised your hand to all of my previous questions. Men should pay on first dates, men should provide, protect, men should be chivalrous, husbands should be willing to protect. I don't know, if you want your husband to for you, you gotta take his last name.
Yeah,
I feel like
at minimum.
What do men get? Women don't want to take the last name. They don't want to be submissive. They don't want to cook. They don't want to clean. What are men getting for all the traditional things that men do?
Nothing.
Yeah. Like, why won't you take the last name?
I like my last name.
Even if the guy has a really bad last name and your last name is the dopest last name ever, sorry.
And I think what's interesting is that modern women really don't know how to control their own emotions. They really don't know how to regulate their own emotions. They want and they ask for things that they don't even know how to do, right? So I want a man who's vulnerable, a man who's emotionally available. I'm sick and tired of these men not opening up. It's okay to cry. Boys actually do cry and all that other nonsense. But then when a man does actually open up, all of a sudden it's, oh, well, you know, I really don't know if I can respect him anymore. I really don't know if I see him the same way. I really don't know if I see him the same way. You know, it's just a whole bunch of stupidity is what it is. You're asking for something. Then when somebody gives you what you're asking for, well, I didn't really mean like that. No, you did mean like that. Because that's how the books portrayed it. That's what the books were saying that you were reading. That's what the TV shows were saying or portraying. That's what they're showing. And when somebody gives it to you in real life, and when you're in the moment, then all of a sudden, I don't know if this is exactly what I'm looking for. I don't know if this is for me. But you still have videos out there, and then you get back on there the very next day talking about this is what I want.
Like, imagine living a fairy tale and it's nothing like.
Imagine living the fairy tale and it's nothing like it. This woman doesn't love her husband. That's what it comes down to. Because if you listen to what she said, she's technically getting and experiencing everything she's wanted in a marriage. Her biggest complaint was that she had to keep somebody else's feelings in mind and check in with somebody, which is the fundamental core of every relationship, especially a marriage. She doesn't love her husband, and it's taking its toll on her. She's about to crack. She probably feels guilty that she doesn't love him the way she's supposed to love him, and she's living a lie. And it comes down to this. What's the lesson here? What is the lesson here? What are you looking for? A guy who's going to check all the boxes or somebody that you love? What would it take for her to be happy in this situation? Because on paper, she's getting everything she's always wanted, and she's getting everything women on social media, some of my clients have said they were looking for. But yet she's not happy. So is it that she's not happy with herself, or deep down she feels that she's living a lie and she does not love her husband the way she thinks she should? What do you think?
Do you know what an apex predator is?
You're about to say some but go ahead.
I would say that women's greatest danger is a man. And so because of that, of course, there will be resentment there.
Yes, absolutely. Men do bad things to women. There's no disputing that. But you're saying that men are apex predators. That's like that's incredibly sexist. There's no getting around that.
Why is that sexist?
If someone were to say black people are apex predators, would you find that racist?
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm going to explain this to you. I'm just going to explain it to you because you're not getting it.
No, I'm getting it.
No,
so
you're not.
Here's what you're going to do. No. Wait. Can I?
A race does not make you more... it does not make you more productive. Yes. Yeah. Oh, are we going to get into this argument?
A lot of these modern women are seeing men, and they're saying, well, men don't really seem like they like women. They're less hungry. They don't... Who's going to be the boys? They don't really hunt anymore like men used to, right? And I think men realize that there's not really much out there that's worth hunting for. At some point in time when a man hunts, he's going to get a prize. I can see the prize in front of me. If I'm really quiet, if I get really good at hunting, there's no way that the prize escapes me. There's no way. No way that it does. I'm watching it. If I'm quiet, I might miss this one. I might miss this one. But one of them I'm going to catch. That's usually how hunting goes, right? Modern women, totally different scenario. They pride themselves on not getting caught. None of them. And they want you to try endlessly, spend money endlessly, but you're never going to catch me. They make it clear from the outset. I don't want to be caught. You're not going to catch me, but I do want your money though. And when a man sees that type of stuff, what's going to make me hungry for that? What's going to make me beg for that? I'm going to beg for a bill. I'm going to beg to pay for somebody that don't even like me? Are you serious?
When people say that they hate astrology, I just think that they hate women.
I'm sorry, but was that supposed to make any reasonable amount of sense? Disliking astrology is the equivalent to sexism now? Okay. Now, when I don't hate astrology. I just happen to find it illogical and irrational and not worth any reasonable person's time.
Can do something collectively, it's known as a trend or a fad, but when men do something collectively, it becomes culture.
Oh dear, really? They're actually diving into this one, aren't they?
Men who go on dates with men and ask about their star sign are no different to men who go on dates and ask women if they fear God. There's really no difference.
Really?
Men's activities are just dehumanized and ridiculed and mocked under this current society.
When someone runs out of legitimate things to complain about, this is what happens.
And there's just such a trope of like women going on dates and being like, what's your star sign? And being like, oh, like you're not into that, are you? And it just shows their subconscious bias. Like, you just don't value things that women like. Sorry.
Now, most people don't like astrology because it is irrational. Stop trying to make things into something they are not.
So one of my guy friends gave me permission to make a Hinge account for him because I was telling him how easy dating is with dating apps. And he was telling me that it's incredibly difficult. And I was like, Pete, you must be doing something wrong. And he gave me permission to create an account for him and just run the account. I've been a virtual boy for 3 days. And I've never felt this bad about myself. I feel like a freaking loser trying to get these girls to like me. And I'm starting to hate women because I'm like, when I say I mean Pete, because that's the account I'm using. Pete's about a 6. But I'm so desperate, I'm liking the 2s and the 3s, and even they won't like me back, Pete, which is a 6. So what level of delusion has entered women's heads? Like, what is going on? It is so difficult dating as a boy. I hate it. I'm on day 3 of being a boy, and I hate women, and I'm more depressed than ever.
This is exactly what men have been saying for years about dating apps. Because first off, it is very rare for men to even get matches, especially matches with women that they are actually physically attracted to. And that is not because men are swiping only on supermodels, like they're only swiping on 10s. They are swiping right on a variety of women, just as long as they think that they could be attracted to her. But ladies, you have to understand that even when men find matches, it is very rare for them to have an actually good conversation. Because usually you ladies are really dry texters and you will just ghost them oftentimes. So yeah, men have been complaining about this for the longest of times, which is why if you're a woman that is interested in a man off of a dating app, all you have to do is to show a little bit of effort. If you do that, that man is going to double down on the effort and the energy that he spends on you. He's going to pursue you and most likely be everything that you want him to be. It is like a no-fail way to end up with a boyfriend.
A lot of these modern women are thinking and figuring that men are detached. Men don't really engage with us like they used to. Well, you know, for a lot of men, it makes sense to see something and keep walking by. And when you hear a lot of these ladies out here confirm, even though you're saying, no, stop and talk to me. The ladies out here, the modern women online, be loud and wrong. But with the stakes as high as they are today, men can't afford to get it wrong. Not with these modern women. So they just keep on walking. That's the safest choice.
Like, it'd be funny how I always could tell when a man is safe for a woman when his woman think he a bitch. And what I mean by that is she don't say it, but she just like, girl, he ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing. She don't even know how dangerous this is. I've heard women called cold-blooded killers. That nigga ain't gonna do nothing. I'm like, little do you know, like, you tripping. And even like my kids or my woman will always feel like, no, like, cause they don't even know that side of you as a man. I think that when you are able to tame the beast within you, to not show that side to your woman, she can know, like, you can make her respect your boundaries and all of that, and if not, just cut her off. But if you ever got to show teeth and show her your aggression, she's going to be slightly scared of you, and that's not respect. And some men don't know the difference between a woman fearing them and a woman respecting them. And some cool with being fair because man to man, that work. Like, if I can make these niggas scared of me, they going to respect me. But woman to man, once you put them in that category, subconsciously, they going to start closing off and shutting down. They're going to be a shell of themselves, and then you're not going to really get the woman that you want. So let her know that she's safe with you, and don't play with you, but you know, you're not gonna never do nothing to her to harm her. And I feel like we can restore the order of respect from a woman respecting the protection of a man, and a man respecting the not taking that innocence and softness from a woman just because she mouthing off and popping it.
What we've seen is feminism pushing women into a male life history trajectory, into the role of breadwinner. Men who follow those trajectories get the prizes, they get the wives, they get the children, they get the good jobs. Women are attracted to men who have those resources. Women pushed into following that trajectory find that men are not looking for women for those resources particularly. They're actually looking for women who are fertile. They'll spend all their prime reproductive years following this male life history trajectory, get to their 30s, and find that all of the male peers are marrying younger women and having children with them, and they're freezing their eggs. If they manage to meet somebody on internet dating and they have to go through that, then they end up on IVF, and 50% of them end up never having children.
What you're seeing a lot of these modern women do is use what they think they've learned. Some of these women are not even going to therapy. They're just listening to what they've heard online, and who's ever describing whatever they're describing online, they're saying, oh, that sounds like my situation. And so they're going back and trying to diagnose whoever they're arguing with. It's almost like something psychologically or mentally to where when you hear something, you repeat it the very next time. Like, well, honestly and truly, that's kind of how music works. So, with music, you're going to hear something and you're going to repeat it. And that's why they try to make even some of these tunes and stuff like that don't make a lick of sense. It's got a catchy beat. That's why they're trying to put it toward a catchy beat, because you remember the beat and you start singing the song. And that song that you didn't like, you'll start singing again and you'll listen to it again. And then somebody would be like, I thought you said that you didn't like that song. I don't, but I don't know what it is about it. The beat is catchy. And so I listen to it. And they're, getting money because you're still listening to their song and they're playing it, but originally thought it was a dumb song. That's essentially what this is. They continue to hear this sort of thing, and it's like music over and over again. And so next time they say it to you and they apply it to you, instead of taking accountability, instead of saying, no, this is my fault, they try to diagnose you mid-argument, even though it's something that they're doing, right? When a man says, I'm looking for consistency, I'm looking for respect, you don't text me back, you don't text me at all, you don't treat me like or reciprocate anything for me, I'm looking for somebody that likes me like I like them. Oh, well, that's narcissistic behavior, that's somebody that's conceited. They'll say that type of stuff to get you off of their trail. They'll try to use something that they heard somewhere else, don't even know what it's talking about, don't really even understand it, to try to apply it to you and be dead.
At what point are we allowed to start for some money?
Digital panhandling at its finest. Viewer discretion is advised.
Because y'all be all upset at us at the beginning when we be like, oh, can I get my nails done? Can I get my hair done? Well, when can I?
How about when it's an actual committed relationship? How about that? How about when it's confirmed that you are mine and I am yours, and we with each other? And it's not about the money. It's about the fact that you with me and I with you. How about that? How about the point when you prove to me that it's not about the money, right? It's not that you're just waiting on the moment to ask me for some money. How about that? How about when you make your intentions clear to me? Like, hey, I'm going to bust it open for you. I just want you to pay a couple of these bills. Because contrary to popular belief, the frustration doesn't come in because y'all ask for money. It's the fact that y'all ask men y'all don't even know, or men that y'all haven't done anything for. And some of y'all don't even ask. Y'all demand it like you are entitled to this man's funds. You see how you get online and made this video? You're digitally panhandling right now. This is the shit we don't like because we don't know you. This is the worst time and the worst way to ask a man for some money, because the first thing we are thinking is, who the is she? You see how that worked? Not to mention you made that video and then called men a at the end of it. That's not a really good selling point. You're not really convincing us. But knowing y'all ain't gonna listen to me. Y'all still gonna be asking random men that y'all don't know or y'all haven't done anything for some money. And like in every other video, y'all ain't gotta listen to me. I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
Right. That makes perfect sense. Only in a planet devoid of logic, but it does seem to me that there are a lot of individuals that live on such a planet. Because how much sense does it make to say that a person does not care about the well-being of their fellow human beings simply because they happen to be a different gender, and some members of that gender have done terrible things? How much sense does it make to blame the entire population for the actions of some? But that does seem to be a rather popular thing when it comes to men. Although, if you were to do the same thing to women, because as we all know, there are a great many women who have done terrible things and caused suffering for others, that would be considered sexist. But not in this case. Unfortunately, there are a lot of women that make despising men their entire personality. And it really shows, and I must say it's getting a bit old.
To understand that the way they talk about men and the way they move, even out here, a man is going to get tired of that at some point in time. He's going to get tired of having to basically be your servant, because that's what you're really asking for. You're not really looking to reciprocate. You're not really looking to give back to him all of the things that he gave to you. And really, honestly and truly, at the end of the day, that's what a man is looking for. I think both sides, you have, okay, and that's why they say this is how I receive love, right? A man, will receive love in the way of respect. A woman is probably going to receive love in the way of affection, words of affirmation, and there's a lot of women out there. That's why you have the 5 love languages, because a woman is going to receive it. You can hug me, but don't hug me too much. There's within the 5 love languages, there's varying degrees. Some women don't really like gifts, but I do like them. But I would like you to talk to me and tell me that I'm pretty, tell me that you love me. That's the one that I really, really like. But it's nice to have some gifts sometimes. It's nice for you to give me some flowers. You got to do a combination of all of these things, right? And then when you're looking at a man, once again, the same thing. This is how I receive love. I would like you to touch me. I would like you to come in, give me a hug. We're watching TV. You might be rubbing my head or massaging my shoulders or rubbing my back, just like I would to you, right? You want a massage. You want me to, I'm so tense. Work is so stressful. And okay, you want me to come in, you want me to hear those words, come in and give you a massage. No questions asked. And then for a lot of these ladies, okay, give me the 5-star spa treatment. Well, I'm not a masseuse. Well, just get the oil and, all of that stuff and, just do your thing. So now you as the man, you got to go online trying to watch movies and videos and stuff like that. Okay, how do I massage right now so I won't hurt? Because modern women will get out there and be like, oh, you're doing it wrong. I'm not a masseuse. So yeah, I'm doing it wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. Right? Oh, it's too heavy and stuff like that. Right? So they're telling you, this is how I want you to do it. Great. A man is going to tell you, well, this is what I would like. This is what I would want. And when I say what I would want, especially if I'm giving you what you want, I don't want to hear no cackling, no going back and forth. None of that. That's how y'all be losing good men. Y'all don't want to do anything that they ask you to do.